Hello everyone, it's Sandra, and in today's video I thought I would show you all the makeup that I've been into, including the newer makeup that I bought over the holiday, like the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. And I ended up creating this little capsule makeup bag, this festive collection of makeup products that I've just been reaching for. You know, I have my everyday makeup drawer with just a lot of my everyday staples, but for some reason this month I really have found it helpful and fun to just have a separate little makeup bag just that sits atop my vanity, or you know, sometimes I take it in the bathroom if I'm getting ready, and it just houses my more like festive holiday essentials for the season. So I thought I would slap as many of them on my face as possible as I talk you through what's in my capsule holiday makeup bag this season, and show you some of the new items that I've picked up during the holiday sales, and my thoughts and my feelings, and just overall chatting about makeup. So if you want to see how I achieve this look and all the goodies that are in this beautiful bag, just keep on watching. Speeding through the base really quickly, this is actually the same combination that I just talked about in my last favorites video, the Pat McGrath foundation mixed with the Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation. The Peau foundation has recently been reformulated and they extended the shade range, which is amazing news. I mix them because I want to get the perfect shade for me, and I really like the combination. I find that the Peau gives the Pat McGrath a little bit of more luminosity, and it actually makes it wear nicer on my skin throughout the day. I'll write all the shade names of what I'm using in the description box. But that's been my go-to base. For the under eyes, I've been back to my trusty Old Faithful combination of the Sisley corrector in shade number 2 and the Armani Luminous Silk concealer, which is just my favorite under eye concealer, certainly this year. I love it so much. It's beautiful. It's not the most full coverage thing in the world, but I find it really flattering underneath my eyes. And then I'm just using a little bit of the Pat McGrath concealer for some spot concealing around my face. Just setting everything with my usual powders. I'm using the Pat McGrath powder in the shade Light to set my under eye area, and for the rest of my face I'm using the Makeup Forever HD matte powder, which I've just been really loving for setting my T-zone, which is still a bit oily. All right, now on to the fun stuff, the eyes. While I've dabbled with more intense glitter applications in the past, I go through phases, you know. Some months, some years, I'm more into glitter than others. I have 2 eyeshadow products that have been on very heavy rotation, and they're both items that I bought during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, and I love them. So I'm going to be using them today, obviously. And the first is the Chantecaille Mermaid Eye Color in the shade Sylvie. This is the Mermaid Eye Color matte formula. They call it matte, but it's not like a very dull matte. It definitely has a bit of like, I would liken this more of a satin finish. I mean, you know, I love this eyeshadow formula. It was in my favorite one and done shadows video. I even did some work with Chantecaille, which I was extremely excited about. I'm just using a old Sonia Kashuk brush. Something like a MAC 217 would work really well for this too, but I've just been liking this brush too. I just love the way these eyeshadows apply. It's like a cream to powder formula. There's no fallout. They're just so easy to work with, so easy to blend. You know, I can always take a fluffy brush if I want to blow it out some more. And then I use it on my lower lash line too. December is always a glitter month, and this is the newest glitter topper in my collection. It's the Victoria Beckham Lid Lustre in the shade Chiffon. This is one of the new shades that were released, and it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Is it the most groundbreaking color ever? Absolutely not. I mean, it's a champagne glitter topper, and what I like about it is that there are some subtle differences. I did on Instagram, I did some swatches comparing it with the most similar items in my collection, and the most similar items that I have to it are the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Metallic Taupe and the Hourglass Scattered Light Shadow in Ray, but it's still different enough to those. You know, if you are obsessed with makeup and you love the subtle little shifts and differences, then you will appreciate it. But people that you're interacting with at, you know, at a conversational distance, they're not going to know that you are wearing Victoria Beckham chiffon on your eyelids and not, you know, Laura Mercier. The subtle differences, this almost has, it's not as yellow, it almost has like a pink. There's almost like a minky pink undertone to it. But in some lights, and depending on what you wear underneath, you can get it to shift more on the yellow side of champagne. Some of the glitters almost have like a little green shift to them. Love to apply it with fingers. It's the type of product that, you know, you can do a sheer wash, or if you like kind of rub it in more, you can get more of like a wet look. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful eyeshadow topper formula. It's a lot more cosmetically elegant than the Hourglass scattered light shadows. So if I want like an intense gleam, I will use my finger. If I want a bit more of a subtle glitter coat, I will use this Rephr brush. I bought this brush again when they had their black. This is becoming like a Black Friday beauty haul slash holiday capsule makeup video. But anyway, I bought this during their holiday sale, and this is the 21 brush. This is a brush that Rephr has geared towards cream eyeshadow application, and I've really been enjoying it with this too if I want a sheer wash of color. So let me do it with this brush first, and then we can amp things up with the finger, just to kind of show you the best of both worlds. But this brush is so nice with the finger just in the center, like where the eyeball is, for like a spotlight kind of effect. It's so easy and I love it. I love it so much. If I want like a more smoky situation, I will add some eyeliner. I've been doing either this Caliray liner. This is a beautiful matte dark brown liner in the shade Secret Spot. Caliray is a new brand, and it's actually launched by, it was launched by the founder of Urban Decay. On a sliding scale of these like gel waterproof liners, we have the Marc Jacobs eyeliners, then we have the Urban Decay. This Caliray is kind of in the middle. It's not quite as grippy and budge proof as the Marc Jacobs, but it's not as glidey, silicone-y as the Urban Decay. So it's somewhere in the middle. I've actually really been enjoying this. This color is just really good. It's a really good dark espresso brown, and I've enjoyed it in the waterline when I just want a little bit more drama. If I want more of like a smoked out wing on the upper lash line, I still love the Charlotte Tilbury classic brown powder pencil. And sometimes I just do like a little bit, just a tiny little flick here. You know, for evening, I can amp it up a little bit more, but for daytime, I've just been doing a subtle, smoky outer corner situation. Now, for evening, if I want to add a little bit extra drama, can you believe that I have not had a matte black eyeshadow until very recently? I finally completed my little Surratt eyeshadow quad. I've had these 3 eyeshadows for a long time, and for a long time this 4th slot sat empty until I had a realization that, hey, why don't I get the last color to be a matte black? And then, you know, especially since I've been dabbling more into these smoky winged liners with just eyeshadow, I thought a black would be a good fit. So I bought the Surratt black eyeshadow, and now my little quad is complete, and this is my ideal eyeshadow quad. Let's be honest. You know I love Surratt eyeshadow formulas so much. This is Doré Rose, which is the first Surratt eyeshadow I ever bought. Then we have Bien Cuit, which is a really pretty transition shade. It's very warm, beautiful satin shade. This is Brunâtre. I apologize to my French viewers. This is so nice. Unfortunately, I think this is discontinued. Kind of similar to Bobbi Brown Taupe. It's just one of those really good neutral browns. Should I add a little bit of the black? Let's add a little bit of the black. See, and if I want to tone down the black, I will just mix the black with the brown and just add a little bit of extra drama to the outer corner. I have been loving a more sculpted cheek and this Charlotte Tilbury contour shade is so good. I don't use the highlighter shade that much, but this sculpting shade is amazing. And this is from the lightest. Is this the lightest one? This is the Fair Medium palette. And it just blends so nicely, gives like the nice little touch of extra sculpting to the face. For bronzer, I don't have anything special. I'm just still trying to use up my Lila B. And this is the Rephr 22 brush. For blushes, I have two in my little holiday capsule. The first is Rose Inc Azalea. This is just the prettiest flush. If I'm not doing so much smoky winged liner action, and I just want to keep the eyes, just a subtle gleam on the eyes and a fresh pinched cheek glow on the cheeks, I will do this on lips and cheeks actually. I still love this so much. It's such a pretty blush. If I'm doing a really smoky eye and a nude lip, or if I'm doing a red lip, Mercier Fresco is my go-to. So that's the one I'm going to use today. I'm using a NARS blush brush. Today I actually want to show you more than one lip color, so I'm gonna go with the Mercier. But if you want to see Rose Inc Azalea in action on both lips and cheeks, I have a reel on my Instagram in which I wear it on both. So, all right, now for lips, I have 4 options: 2 nudes and 2 reds. Let's start with the nudes. They're both new additions. I bought both of these in the beauty sales. This is the Victoria Beckham lip tint in the shade Amour, which is a really beautiful, almost like a caramel toned lip stain. It's really, really beautiful. Actually pairs really nicely with MAC Strip Down Liner. So it's so comfortable. It's a really great lip product to wear underneath a mask because it's comfortable, it won't slip and slide, and it just, I mean, especially if you're into like these warm brown, gives me like a hint of that stain on the lips. And it's also great to layer under other neutral lipstick shades to kind of get them closer to that caramel territory, you know? Such a great everyday lip. So I've been doing this a lot, you know, just slapping it on and then maybe fine tuning my lip line with MAC Strip Down Liner. Or if I want a more pale nude lip, this is Tom Ford Flesh. Finally bought it. I caved. Andrea Ali made me do it. This is such a beautiful nude lip. Again, warm. I'm really into these like warmer. So this is Tom Ford Flesh. This is the matte Tom Ford lipstick formula. Option number 2 is obviously a red lip. I gravitate towards either a warmer toned red lip or a classic toned red lip. And I actually decluttered. Over the last 2 years, I've heavily decluttered my lipsticks, and especially with reds, I only have 4 red lipsticks left, which still sounds insane, but I used to have a lot more. Anyway, so if I want more of like a classic red, I do the Armani Rouge d'Armani Matte in shade 400. It's so beautiful, a beautiful red. If I want a little bit more warmth, I do the shade Redwood, which is in the Lip Maestro formula, which is a really nice liquid lipstick, super comfortable, velvety finish. Love this so much. If you liked NARS Cruella and NARS Red Square, this is kind of like the love child between the two. It's really pretty, but it's not quite as warm, quite as orangey warm as Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon, which I also love, but that one's more of like a late summer to fall red for me. It's not so much of a festive holiday season red. So these are the two festive holiday season / winter reds in my collection. And then the only other red that I kept is like a pinky red with a bit of a shiny finish from the Sisley Phyto Rouge range. That one, that's it. Those are all my red lipsticks that I kept. So this is, yeah, these are the 2 reds. Should I put one of them on? Or maybe I'll put both of them on just so you can see them on my lips. If you can hear wild construction noises outside again. Story of my life. I don't know what's going on, but it's very loud. This is a rough application. I'm not going to refine it because I'm going to take it off to show you the other shade. This actually works nicely with the eye look, but I would maybe do less smoky action on the eyeliner and just keep the lids more clean. Both the Rouge d'Armani matte and the lip Maestros don't have a scent. Then for the Rouge d'Armani matte in shade 400, this is more of a classic red, not quite as warm, but still, this is more matte. More matte, kind of similar to the Lisa Eldridge matte lipstick formula. Maybe a little bit more silicone-y. Again, on a sliding scale of matte lipsticks, if we have the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolutions on one end and the Lisa Eldridge matte lipstick on one end, the Armani Rouge d'Armani mattes would sit somewhere in the middle. Not sure if they're discontinuing these and replacing them with the newly launched Lip Power lipsticks. I haven't tried those yet, but these were on sale on the Armani website, so sometimes that means they might be discontinued, but sometimes that means they're not. Armani likes to keep us guessing. This is a very questionable application. Trying to do it without a lip liner or a brush, I mean, you get the idea. Just wanted to show you the color. And that's it, my friends. That's all the makeup that I've been loving on an everyday basis with the occasional little touches of extra smoke, extra drama. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your go-to products have been. If there's any glitter toppers that you've been into or any red lips, are there any quintessential festive holiday favorites that you reach for time and time again? Feel free to share them with me in the comment section below. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.